Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are in the beautiful, very, very, very autumnal Lake District. Look around it. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Like the combination between them greens, them oranges, it's just absolutely magnificent. I've chosen to come to a section of woodlands, and fingers crossed there's going to be something in here that captures my eye. I'm pretty sure there will be. And if nothing else, I can always head down to Derwent Water and photograph down there, because it's just beautiful. Just walking through there, and I was thinking to myself, there's one thing the Lake District almost has as good as Scotland, and that's its forests, because they're all almost as ancient. They're not quite as ancient, but they're pretty close to being as ancient as the ones in Scotland. And I think that's what sets the ones in Scotland apart from any other woodlands I've ever been to before. They're ancient and they're untouched. You can go into a woodland and the entire floor is covered in moss, which you just don't get anywhere else. And then you you add that with the autumnal trees and that orange against that vibrant green moss. It's just incredible. And the Lake District almost has that. Almost. But definitely way too many tourists. Definitely waffling right now. Yeah, so I captured that shot and I think it looked okay. I thought, I don't know, maybe rip off Thomas Heaton a little bit and do a silent shoot, but also I didn't feel like it needed much explaining. I had the archway, the focal point and the tree in the background. And fingers crossed it turned into a beautiful shot. But I hope that's not the only shot I get today. I don't feel like it's strong enough to stand out as the shot for the vlog. So onwards and upwards, and fingers crossed we'll find something a little bit stronger. Almost. So you've probably just watched me move my camera around a lot, and the reason why is because having everything lined up correctly for this shot in particular means a lot. And if it's all lined up, it's going to look good, and if it's not, it's going to look terrible. And the reason why is this: Because there's no interest in the sky and it's just a real blank whiteness, what I've tried to do to combat that is I've got this branch coming out over the top with some limbs coming down with that autumn feel, enhancing the autumnness and also giving some interest to that roof. So it's framing the scene, the foreground, everything that's happening down by the water. I've got the tree trunk coming up this way, and it's making a beautiful roof. And the reason why it's important where it is I don't want it necessarily covering too much of the land. I want it kind of following the shape, but without covering too much to take away from the information. It's not important. I've got the land coming around this way and centralized these rocks here, leading onto this house just over here as a leading line to let it guide your eye into the scene. And then other than that, they're beautiful autumn colours, and they are absolutely magnificent. I'm going to slightly underexpose the shot. I'm going to shoot it on f8, ISO 100 and 1/8 of a second. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see how far I can push that exposure. So I'm going to go up to f16, ISO 31, and then that gives me a shutter speed of 3 seconds. So I'm going to fire that off and get a nice soft water, nice ethereal look. And then add that a little bit of a Gaussian blur, and that's going to look really particularly good, I think. Check it out. And sometimes you have some little assistants like these guys that are hopefully going to come and fill up this big blank bit of water in the middle. So I'm just going to get my camera ready. Going to have it on a nice fast shutter speed, I think. Let's see how they look. And they will do for me. Look at that. Ideal. Just a little bit more interested. So it might not be in there in the final image, but I've got that option. And when you see things about to happen, you might as well take it. You might as well. Anyway, going to wander a little bit further down and see if we can find any more autumnal feelings, because it is autumnal heaven right now. Absolute beauty. It's not often you see me go handheld, but for this little shot, and it is beautiful, handheld is all you need. Gonna get a nice open aperture on this one. Gonna go down to f3.5. Now look at this shot just here, absolutely stunning, but how much of a distraction is that tree behind? I think that's looking pretty good for a handheld shot. Now to try and find something dramatic. I think I found my fourth and final image. Sorry, habit of saying three. And this was the kind of dramatic shot that I was kind of looking for. It's not full drama, but it's got a nice feel about it. There's something about it that works. Now I just need to be able to get my tripod nice and steady away. I think that might be that. And then hopefully it's not going to rain too much on me, because it's getting a bit wet. You know, we had a nice dry spell, which was better than what the forecast said. So you can't complain too much. So it's going to involve a focus stack to get that full epicness that I'm trying to get. I'm going to start at the furthest point, the tree, and I'm going to make my way back. I'm not going to show you what the picture is I'm looking at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to capture the shot, and then I'll show you that section of the shot on the screen. So I'm going to have it on a 2-second timer, Gonna cover up that front element, give it a nice dry, fire it off. And that's looking good. Check it out. Pretty tidy, I know, thank you. And then I'm going to go down to the middle of the image. Give the little front element a wipe, press the button, fire it off. There we are. And then getting down to the closest point and resharpen it. Going to compile that together, stack them images. But first of all, going to get my camera put away because it's raining, you know. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of this vlog. Conditions, epic. If you are near the Lake District or if you have a bit of time, get in the car, come for a drive, come do some camping like we are. It's a little bit cold, a little bit wet, a bit miserable, but if you make the most of it, honestly, this location is epic. The colours in the lakes right now are some of the best colours I've ever seen. Ever. But anyway, that is going to be all from me this week. I hope you've enjoyed the photography and the story, and I will see you next week. Peace out, peeps. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a like, because that is super important to help my channel grow. And if you enjoy the content, you know, let other people enjoy it too. Anyway, peace out, peeps.